break those laws because they feel they can get away with it, which they do at times. Some people do get away with some laws, some rules they break. Hi, welcome to Talk, where we discuss the little things you think don't matter in our society. So, why should we obey the law as citizens? Well, some people feel they are above the law. Some people feel the laws are not necessary. Some people think it's useless. Some people think some laws are stupid. Pardon my word. Out of greed, out of ego, selfishness, people break rules, which is not good. Let's hear from some good law abiding citizens share their thoughts on this topic.
Obeying the law. It is necessary for citizens of Nigerians or any nation to obey the law. Law is a guiding principle of any nation. It's a guiding principle of human behavior. It's a guiding principle of every society. It's a guiding principle of every organization. If there is no law, there will be no regulation. If there is no regulation, there will be no rules for people to follow. That is why it's a necessity for people to follow law, for them to know the rules and regulation, guidance to their life, to their way of life, and to their way of setting objectives and goals in the society. It is necessary and a necessity and a fundamental principle to follow the law, to obey the law, to make the law. Laws are enacted by legislators, and they are being, prejudiced by the lawyers or by the judiciary. It's a very, very necessary institute for us to follow. Thank you very much.
The importance of citizens obeying the law of the land can not be overemphasized. It is very paramount. As we all know, law governs all human endeavors. Every action or act of a citizen or arm of government, whether judiciary, legislature, or executive, must be in accordance with the principles of law. It is therefore good whenever people or a group of people gather to pursue a certain goal or aims and objectives, to set down rules and regulations that will regulate their conduct, and it must be obeyed as it is binding on each and every one of them. So to obey the law is a necessary requirement by the citizens.
There are a lot of questions as to why citizens should obey law of a particular country. We have a lot of answers to that. One, because it is an obligation for a citizen to obey law, be it divine or man-made law. You must obey the law. Failure of which there is a punitive measure to be taken against that person or the deviant by the maker of such law. And secondly, it's for our own interest, for us to live freely in the society, for us to be protected from harm. And a good example of that is not everybody would want you to be smiling. A person will just pass by and see that, okay, fine, this guy is smiling. We need to get rid of him. We need to kill him. Or we need to take his property. It is because there is a divine as well as man-made law that thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not harm. And that is why people are obeying such laws. You obey your own part and the person also obeys his own part.
Okay, so basically as a person, it is important to create laws that will guide you in running the affairs of your life. Like, for instance, you can decide to say, once it is 9 p.m., you're not going out again. Or once it is 8 p.m., nothing crosses your mouth again. That's because you have probably some body goals you want to achieve. The same goes for the society. When laws are being set, they are meant to coordinate us, guide us, direct us appropriately. When there is no law, there is certainly no orderliness, and the people will go astray. Hence, it is very important for us as citizens to obey laws and orders. It makes us civilized, develop, and even saves us from disaster. Sacrifices will become even unnecessary when laws are obeyed. Everything on earth, everything is guided by law. The elements of creation, offices, schools, hospitals, animals, including human beings, we're all guided by laws. Without laws, we won't be here today. Somebody obeyed the law, and that's why the earth is in existence. And somebody also obeyed the law, that's why you and I are in existence.
First of all, we gotta understand that law is the source of value. Law produces moral. And to me, the greatest legal system for humanity is law. And again, the greatest achievement for humanity is law. Otherwise, we stand for what? We stand for nothing. You can't differentiate our world with the animal kingdom if there is no law. So for me, it is ridiculous how my fellow Nigerians, they don't believe the existence of law. How can we move forward without law?
Well, for me, I would say an orderly society under the influence of law is far more conducive to health, wealth, and happiness than its absence. We should each develop a strong sense of right versus wrong, good versus evil, moral versus immoral. Don't disobey the law because you think you can. Don't disobey the law because you think those laws are stupid. Yeah. And for the lawmakers, in order to manage a generally law abiding society, you should be law abiding yourself. Like my mother would say, a country where there's no law, people would just do anyhow. Even when there's laws, and people are still misbehaving. Now imagine where there's no law at all. Wala go deal. If people see that they can break some laws and get away with it and nothing happens, they'll keep doing that. But if they see that there will be a penalty and there will be a punishment immediately for breaking the law, they will not engage in it. Thank you for watching. Bye.